Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Ignore this horrendous lighting. I kind of forgot to film an intro and it's currently 9 o'clock at night, but this is the best you're gonna get. But basically in this video, I'm gonna be showing you how to make these adorable little octopus buddies. Jellyfish, octopus, they are so adorable. I love them so much. So this is what I'm gonna show you how to make today. They're super simple, super easy, a perfect beginner project, and in my opinion, turns out super cute. So let's get straight into the video and I hope you enjoy. We can start with our materials. I'm using Bernat blanket yarn in size 6, and then I also have my size 6 hook. I use safety markers, a tapestry needle, scissors, or whatever you use, and I personally use safety eyes for my creations, and of course some stuffing, whatever you use for stuffing as well. So for our very first round, we're gonna start with a magic circle, and we're gonna be doing 8 single crochet into this magic circle. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and then we can go ahead and just pull the magic circle shut. Come on, there we go. And then the next round, round 2, we're just going to do increases all the way around. So 2 single crochet into each stitch that we've done to bring us up to a total of 16 for the round. So this is 1, 2 in the same stitch, and then into the next stitch we've got 3 and 4, 4, and 16 for round 2. Now we're going to move on to round 3, which is going to be a single crochet followed by an increase, and we're going to repeat that all the way around. So the first stitch is just a single crochet, the next stitch will be an increase, so 2 and 3, a single crochet for 4, an increase for 5 and 6, and we're just going to repeat that all the way around. And 24. So that was the end of round 3, and we should have 24 stitches total. Now we're going to move on to round 4, which is going to be 3 single crochet followed by an increase to bring us up to a total of 30. So we got 1, 2, 3, and then an increase for 4 and 5, and we're going to repeat that around. 3 single crochet, then an increase. And 30, and that will be 30 stitches for the end of round 4. Now for these next 2 rounds, rounds 5 and 6, we're just going to simply be doing a single crochet in each stitch around for a total of 30, and then we're going to do that twice, so 2 rounds around. And 30, that was round 5 with 30 stitches, and now we're doing round 6, which is just another 30 stitches. And 30 for the end of round 6. Now for round 7, we're going to start to decrease. So we're going to do 3 single crochet followed by a decrease to bring us down to a total of 24. That was 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, 3 single crochet followed by a decrease. So in both the front loops of the next 2, and then single crochet like normal. One more time. That was 1, 2, 3 single crochets followed by a decrease. So the front loop of this one and the next one, yarn over, pull through both, 2 loops on your hook, just like a normal single crochet. So repeat that 3 single crochet and then a decrease for a total of 24. And a decrease for 24 for the end of round 7. Now we're on to round 8 and we're going to continue decreasing down, but we're going to do it a little differently. So we're following a similar pattern. We're going to do 2 single crochet followed by a decrease, but we're going to be doing it in the back loops only. So for example, this first single crochet, we're going to only go into the back loop of this V here. So just like that, and then single crochet like normal into the next one, just the back loop, single crochet like normal, and then the decrease, same idea. Instead of going through both the front loops, we're going to go through one back loop and the next back loop, yarn over, pull through both, and then yarn over and pull through both. So that was 2 single crochet followed by a decrease in the back loops, and we're just going to repeat that process all the way around, and it'll bring us down to a total of 18 stitches. And our final decrease brings us down to 18 for the end of round 8. For round 9, we're going to continue decreasing and we're back to normal. So just in the regular both loops like you normally would. And we're just going to be doing 1 single crochet followed by a decrease all the way around to bring us down to a total of 12. So that was 1 single crochet and then a decrease like normal in both front loops. And repeat that all the way around. And 12 for the end of round 9. Now is when I like to add my safety eyes. I put them in between rounds 5 and 6, usually about 3 stitches apart, but you can kind of move them around and test them out and decide where you would like to put them for yourself. But just put them in before this round before it gets too hard to put the backings on when we decrease the bottom some more. Eyes are now attached, and I also like to add a bit of stuffing at this point too. Not all the way, but just to get some in there again while you can still reach inside. As you can see, I've stuffed it mostly full, but I still have room for a bit more at the end. And we're gonna move on to round 10, which is our final round of the body, which is just gonna be 6 decreases around. So into the front loops of the next 2, we have a decrease for 1 and just 5 more times all the way around. Six decreases, and now you can cut off. We're going to want to leave a fairly long tail because we are going to have to sew it shut, and I'm going to show you how to sew the hole shut right now. You're going to simply just start by threading your needle, and then into each of the stitches around that we just made, we're going to go into the top loop only, or the front loop, so the one that you can actually see, and we're just going to go into just that from inside to outside. We're going to go around and do that in each one, so we should go in and out 6 times. So 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then if you pull on this tail end, and it should, since your hole's shut, you can see there's now no hole there. And then I like to just go up and down a couple of times just to pull it nice and secure. And then once I have this little tail left, again, I like to just tie a double knot with it. And then once you're done knotting it, I just like to take my scissors and just shove it back inside. That is the body done. I know some people stop here even just to make a stress ball, so if that's what you want to make, do that. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and make the fin, tentacle, whatever you want to call them. Now we're ready to get started on the tentacles. I just like to start at the back of my project. And if you remember, we did the round where we went in the back loops only. So now if you kind of look at your project from the side, you can see where it curves right in, and you should be able to see almost like a little line going around. You can see a line of just straight stitches across. This is the front loops left over from that, and it'll go all the way around. And this is what we're gonna crochet into to do the tentacles. So I'm just gonna pick a random one that I can find, like so. And I'm gonna grab my yarn, loop it over my hook, and just pull it through like so. Now we're gonna get started into the next front loop that's just sitting there. We're gonna go in and we're gonna just do a single crochet. And then into the next one, we're going to do 3 double crochets. So I yarned over my hook, so I had 2 loops on there, through the stitch, yarn over and pull one through, so you have 3, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and do that 2 more times. Now you should have something that looks roughly like this, and then I skip the next stitch. So into the next one, we're gonna repeat this pattern. So I do a single crochet, followed by 3 double crochets into the next one. So 1, and 3. So as you can see, we're forming these kind of bumpy tentacle shapes. So again, skip 1, single crochet, 3 double crochet, and repeat it all the way back to the start. And then also just one more thing to point out here, since the rounds when you do crochet, they aren't perfectly even, there will be a little jump. So as you can see, this was my last stitch and my next line one is down here. So you will just have to make the little jump across. Once you have finished the round, it honestly is not that noticeable and it'll just blend in with the rest of the fins. But just be aware that you will have to do a little jump and it won't be a perfect circle all the way around. And I've now made it back to the start here. So to finish off, I just go into the very first stitch that we made and I just do a slip knot. So yarn over and just pull straight through this loop here, just like that. And now that you're done, you should have something that looks roughly like this. And now we're gonna just sew it shut. Leave a fairly long tail for yourself so you do have some room to work with. And you can just pull it through like this. So now you should have 2 tails. You have the one from the very start and the one that we have just cut off. I'm gonna start with the one from the start because it is a lot shorter. I'm just gonna put my needle into the body as close to where this thread starts as possible and just pop out somewhere on the body. Just like that. So now you can see it's sticking out here. I'm gonna thread onto my other tail here. And since this one is on the front side, so like the side you would see, I like to just go through here in the body to the back, just so that it's hidden on the front here. Now that it's in the back, I like to do it just kind of how we finished off the body, just go up and down a couple of times to secure it. Since this one is obviously a little bit longer, we do have the room to do this. So I've gone up and down, now I'm confident it's secure. We're going to come up in the same stitch that we put this first tail through into this one where our other tail is. So now when I pull it through, these 2 tails are coming out of the same hole. Now I can simply take these 2 ends and knot them together to keep them nice and secure and prevent them from coming undone. So ignore my shaky hands. So now that those are knotted together, again, I just take my scissors and I just push it right back into the body so that nobody has to see these little tails, and nice and hidden, and we know that it's nice and secure. And that is your entire little octopus buddy all done. If you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. I hope you were able to make your own little octopus and you love it so much and it turned out very cute and it worked. If you make any, please feel free to tag me. Feel free to check out my other videos. And since it's officially summer break from university, I will have a lot more videos coming out a lot more frequently. So feel free to subscribe and stay updated for more of those. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.